you guys, this week we are learning about space. Do any of you know what space is? If you look in the sky at night and you see the moon and all the stars, all of that is in space. And if you look at the sky during the day, behind me, it's nice and bright out because the sun's in the sky, the sun is in space too. And we live on a really pretty planet called Earth, and it is also in space. So I'm going to use this book to show you guys some really cool pictures about things in space. And then we're going to learn a song, and we're going to do some letters and some shapes just like we do at Circle Time in school. All right? So here we go. First, we're going to talk about that big ball of light. The sun. This is what it looks like up close. It looks kind of like a big ball of fire, doesn't it? Well, the sun is a star. It's the closest star to Earth, the planet you live on. So the sun is a star, just like all the stars you see in the sky at night, but it's way closer to us. That's why it looks so big. The sun is very hot. Its warmth and light keep plants and animals on Earth alive, including you and me. The sun, planets, moons, and different kinds of space rocks are all part of our solar system. The sun is at the center. Here's just a little picture to show you what they mean. This is the sun, and this is Earth. So the sun is in the middle, and everything else in our solar system goes around it. It orbits around. That's what orbit means. Oh. Does anybody know what this picture is? That is Earth. We live on Earth. And all this blue is water, and all this green and brown is the land. And there's actually more water on Earth than there is land. It's very pretty, isn't it? So a planet is a big round object in space that orbits a star. Earth is your home, the sun is your star. Earth is always moving as it orbits the sun. It spins around like a top. I'm going to show you that in a minute. All right. I want to show you one other thing before we talk about orbiting. Here is the moon. I know all of you have seen that in the sky before, huh? Usually at night, but sometimes we even see it during the day. You can often spot Earth's moon when you look into the sky at night. The moon orbits Earth just like Earth orbits the sun. The moon is rocky and cold. The moon looks bright, but it is actually a dark place. It looks bright only when the sun's light reflects off of it. So it doesn't actually make any light like the sun does. It just looks like it. All right. So the Earth orbits around the sun, and the moon orbits around the Earth. So we're going to pretend this is the sun, and this is Earth. And Earth goes around the sun. It takes Earth an entire year to go all the way around. A year is a long time. That's like from your first day in Miss Lauren and Miss Angela's class all the way until your first day in Mr. Bob and Miss Quillen's class. You haven't even gotten there yet. That's a long time, isn't it? And that's how long it takes the Earth to move all the way around the sun. Well, while the Earth is going around the sun, it's also spinning like this, like a top. Okay, so it spins around and around and it goes around. Well, it takes the Earth a whole day just to spin all the way around like this. One whole day. And then the moon, while the Earth is going around the sun, the moon goes around the Earth. And that takes one whole month. Around and around and around. And I'm going to teach you guys a fun little song to help you remember that. Okay? Are you ready? It goes, the Earth turns around, the Earth turns around. Once a day, every day, the Earth turns around. The moon goes round the Earth, the moon goes round the Earth. Once a month, every month, the moon goes round the Earth. And then the last part is the Earth goes round the sun, the Earth goes round the sun. Once a year, every year, the earth goes round the sun. Right, you guys can practice that with mom and dad, okay? It'll help you remember. So, we said Earth is a planet, right? Well, it is not the only planet in the solar system. We have a bunch, and it's a lot of stuff to go over. So I'm just gonna show you some pictures of them, and we'll just read a little bit about each planet because they're really, really fun. Okay, the first planet is Mercury. All right. Mercury is the planet closest to the sun. It is the smallest of 8 big planets. It orbits the sun faster than any other planet. During the day on Mercury, it gets very, very hot, and at night it gets very cold. Mercury is only a little bit bigger than our moon. That's neat. This is Venus. Aren't they all so pretty? Venus is the hottest planet in our solar system. It has an atmosphere of thick clouds. The clouds hold in heat like a blanket, making Venus very, very hot. The sun's light reflects off of Venus's clouds. That makes Venus look very bright. Only the moon is brighter in Earth's night sky. So sometimes you can see Venus in the sky. It looks bright. Mars is more like Earth than any other planet in the solar system. There's Mars. I call Mars the red planet. Scientists think there may have been flowing rivers on Mars long ago. Maybe the water's frozen beneath the surface now. So Mars looks red because there is iron in the rocks. And iron is a metal that rusts, turning it red. See these red Mars rocks? Oops. Okay. This one's really cool. That is Jupiter. Jupiter is our solar system's biggest planet. It is so big that all the other planets in our solar system could fit inside of it. The huge storm on Jupiter is called the Red Spot. The storm is like a hurricane on Earth, but Jupiter's storm has been blowing for years. It's such a big storm, you can see it. That's what that big spot is. Pretty neat, huh? All right, this one's my favorite. It's Saturn. See how it has those really pretty rings around it here? Look at the sparkly rings around Saturn. Saturn's rings are the biggest and brightest in our solar system. The rings are made up of billions of bits of icy rock. Some bits are tiny as specks of dust. Others are the size of huge mountains. So that's what they look like up close. This one's really pretty too. This is Uranus. You see it has its rings go the other way. It says Uranus is tipped onto its side. Scientists think that a long time ago some huge space object the size of a planet may have crashed into it, causing it to tip. So you look, you can see how Saturn's rings go this way and Uranus's go the other way, just like it was tipped over. And here's the last one. This is Neptune. Neptune is farther from the sun than any of the other big planets. The weather on this planet is wild. Winds blow more than 1,000 miles an hour. Remember the great red spot on Jupiter? Neptune also had a big storm like that. On Neptune, it was called the Great Dark Spot. Neptune has many storms that come and go. That's the Great Dark Spot right there in the middle. All right. So those are just a few things about some of our planets in our solar system. Let's see, where are my letters? We're gonna do some letters real quick. We're gonna spell space. Are you guys ready? Okay. Just like we do at school. What letter is this one? S. S says S. And what letter is this one? P. P says P, 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 P. What letter is this one? A. A says A, 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 A. And then we have a C. C says K, 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 K. And what's our last letter? E. E says A, 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 A. And I'm just gonna try and hold these up, but I don't know if I can. Let's see. This doesn't work very good. I'm sorry. So we have S, P, A, C, E, space. And then we're gonna do just a couple of shapes. You're gonna do an art project if you want to at home with mom and dad, and you need to know a couple of shapes to be able to make it. And one of them is new. So first, do you guys remember what this shape is? A square. And then what is this shape? A triangle. And then I have one new shape. You ready? A trapezoid. So this one has a long bottom and a short top, and then your two diagonal sides, and it's called a trapezoid. So what you can do with these, I made River make one, it's still wet. You're gonna make a rocket ship to fly to space, and you're gonna put your triangle as your top and your trapezoid is the bottom, and then you're gonna make some squares with all the letters in your name. So River did hers. She has R-I-V-E-R. But you are gonna do the letters of your name. All right. I will do another video for a story time with all space books. All right. You guys have fun this week.